Okay, so where are all my 90s bad girls? You know who you are. You know where you were. I'm not talking about the mass quantity of people who jumped on the Nirvana bandwagon after Cobain did what he did. I'm talking about those of us who said, "What do you mean you're shocked? Were you listening to a completely different version of Lithium than I was? Or did it just fly right over the head? Did you completely fail to understand the lyrics? Or have you never actually known somebody with bipolar disorder?" As some of us, some of us just saw that coming from probably about 5 years before it hit. Yeah, I'm talking to those of us who knew. Those of us who were looking at that girl popping out her Lancome compact every 5 minutes to repowder her nose, just to make sure we all knew she had spent extra for Lancome, which was indecently expensive for that economy. And we're looking at her being like, "Oh, Snoop Dogg's just the greatest." Like, honey, you ain't never eaten government cheese. You don't know anything about what you're talking about. But go ahead and run back to those little boys in their Jinko jeans that get dropped off in their soccer mom SUV, acting like they came out the hood. You go right ahead. We know who you are. We know you only that thin because you were listening to Kate Moss, and we don't care what's coming out your mouth. Just run along, honey. Just run along. You know who you were. Those of us who still remember who Tori Amos was. Speaking of, in terms of the Neil Gaiman situation, has anybody talked to Tori? No, seriously, has anybody talked to Tori? We're talking about a woman who came out with a song about that female mutilation taking place in North Africa, which we still have not dealt with. You want to know what's going on? Talk to Court. Talk to her. Just talk to her. Uh, where are my baddies at? Where are my bad girls at? You know who you were. You were the same girls who were saying, "What do you mean Courtney's bad at grunge?" That's like saying Joan Jett is salty because she never made a good grunge album. Were you listening to a completely different track when I heard Violet coming through loud and clear? That is clearly Dresden Files Queen Mab right there. If you can't tell the difference between punk and grunge, you just keep walking. This video ain't for you. But for those of us who remember when streetwear was the first layer you put on, you'd grab yourself that pencil, which I'm currently faking with the multi-stick from Wet n Wild, and then you'd grab your eyeshadow, build it on pretty, and get caught in the rain, and you still look fine. And you'd wear it all day long, and you'd still look fine, and you'd go out drinking with your friends, and wake up the next morning, and you'd do a quick, get the mascara that traveled overnight out from under your lids, and you still look fine. No creasing, no problem, because some of us did not have time every 5 minutes to be breaking out a compact fixing our makeup again, because we were looking up witchcraft before Wikipedia existed and trying to get the deets right, because Lord knows you need a little bit of sorcery to get through that decade. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Where my girls at who were hanging out at the Artist Cafe? Clove cigarettes. Boys you definitely shouldn't take home, but we're going to hang out with anyway. Where you at? Where are the girls who still reach for Mazzy Star because I'm sorry, I just need a little bit of chill right now, and Fade Into You hit the nail on the head the first time. Where you at? Because Guru Jeffree Star, and the horse he rode in on. Coco Urban Mayhem. $5 pallet, and solemnly swear it looks like a fetish eyeshadow I used to have in eggplant. Burial gown. Back when Jane made makeup, that was the oat shade I was frequently reaching for as a blender shade. A purse feels just like when I used to reach for Raven by L'Oreal as my matte black when I wanted a smudgy black shadow line right along the lash line. So I put it on over the top of my handy little multi-stick. I pop into the bath. I wash my hair. I'm assuming after a nice long hot bath, washing my hair, it's going to be smeared all over the place. I'm going to need to strip it all off, reapply it all again. That's fine. That's fine. And I get out the bath and I look at myself and I still look good. I still look good. Not even any creasing. I still look good after full-on splashing my face several times with water because seasonal allergies going to be seasonal allergies, baby. My eyes were feeling gritty. I didn't care what my makeup looked like. I cared my eyes were uncomfortable. And I came out still looking good. So I'm like, okay, grab my handy dandy mascara, throw a little bit on, forget it for the rest of the day. Go to sleep, throw my nice velvet eye mask on, block out all the light, get up the next day. Oops, I forgot I was still wearing makeup. Like back when I'd hit the goth club and had to work the next day. Oops, we're done. We still look good. We still look ready to go to work. We still look like we're put together and know what we're doing. No creasing, no smearing, no smudges. My mascara traveled more than my makeup. So, yeah, hypothetically, this baby is a $5 Jeffree Star knockoff. Realistically, that thing was made for girls who wore war paint back when we knew what Rage Against the Machine was talking about. Back when we were raging right along with them. Back when we were part of a culture war that has gotten co-opted into a trend by a whole lot of people who are making our lives a living hell, pushing us around, throwing us in dumpsters, shoving us in lockers because they saw that movie with the nerds. Yeah, those of us who didn't have time to fix our makeup every 5 minutes can just grab this baby, maybe wash up with a little bit of baby shampoo on the face. If you're feeling fancy, follow it up with a little bit of baby lotion or whatever cooking oil you've been grabbing because it's there, it's cheap, and it works. Just grab and go. Just grab and go. No muss, no fuss, no 20 different layers of Korean products to make your skin perfect before you start on your eye makeup. Just something you can get wet and not care about. Something you can work in a kitchen for hours and not care about. Something that'll hold up to real life.